or anything, but this is wrong. And like, not a lot of them caught the fact that what they were doing was no different than what they had been criticizing religious people for the entire time they were making their video.
Yeah.
And then, like, people like me were like, wait a minute, but you are. And then they're like, well, fuck you, bigot. And it's just like, excuse me?
I don't know if that word's... Ooh. That was probably safe on Twitch.
What, bigot?
Yeah. I started my stream.
Yeah, you can say bigot on Twitch.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I just... It's so unclear, like, what the rules are. They don't exactly make it easy to look up, either. Yeah, I'm gonna go make my drink. Hello? Person on Twitch, unless it's you? I don't know.
It could have automatically picked up on me. I'm not even on that desktop right now. Would appear to be the case. Hey, Olive. Been a little while. What are you up to? Oh, you were about to go to bed. Oh, well, that's all right. Okay. That is the marijuana contingent of this. Component, contingent, whatever. Fighting... oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Have I been, functional. We ended up kind of taking 3 months away from this. Not really intentionally, just kind of happened that way. But we did the last one before the other night was like in December. And then it ended up being like I ended up getting sick, and then that lasted like through like the first week of January, and then our schedules were out of sync, and so like trying to sync back up and find the time and motivation to actually come back to this game, not exactly the easiest thing in the world, and it just became like 2 months beyond that point. So oh, Tippy, when you put it like that, it sounds really... I don't know if gay is the right word, but definitely concerning.
Not alone anymore, Cheerio. They didn't abandon you.
Yeah, that once things unsynchronize, it's hard to make them click again, like some kind of snowball effect. Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what happened. Like for 2 months, we were like, geez, we really should get back to Elden Ring. We really should get back to Elden Ring. We really should get back to Elden Ring. And then it's just like, every attempt was like, nope, not today. So.
Yeah.
I want to get it over with, but like, I don't know.
I
doubt we're gonna finish
too,
before.
but it's just like it's gonna take forever for us to finish.
Yeah, I mean, like we have like, I think like 105 or 110 or something like that parts left of this guide.
So stupid.
Yeah,
I really have to wonder, like mathematically, how much of this like 80-hour action RPG is like real content, and how much of that is filler.
Yeah. I mean, I generally judge by speedruns, so as long as you have a reasonably optimized,
well, yeah, you can beat Elden Ring in
run.
like less than 30 minutes or something like that. Definitely less than an hour. It's like it's probably the shortest speedrun in the series.
Yeah.
Because you only have like about maybe less than 5 bosses that you actually need to do to beat the game. It's really dumb.
Yeah. What do you need to do for platinum? Can it be only the main bosses, or is it trophies? So, well, so I don't know the trophy list exactly at the top of my head because I don't want spoilers. But
some of it is like story stuff for bosses. Others are like collections, like collecting specific like talismans, or getting all the spells is in the game too. It's typical like collectathons stuff that all the Souls games have.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can't check the trophy list right now to see where we stand, because that would put my name on screen. So yeah, it's a thing. I mean, we'll get there eventually. It's just a matter of finding the time with some degree of consistency. I would like to get it done before the end of June, but I don't know. I am not old, Tippy. I'm only 29 and going to be 30 at the end of July.
I mean, to be fair, you're like 10 years older than him.
That's true. Anyway, so
How long is your pre-stream been active?
6 minutes.
Yeah, I
did like 20 minutes last night because I thought you were gonna be like 10 minutes. So
well, I don't broil eggs, so
we can switch over. I don't care.
yeah. If I've tried broiling before, not easy to do.
Yeah. Why is Twitch showing my? Okay, that's weird. All right. Anyway.
We've got some more garbage to do in Volcano Manor or something. I don't know what the guide is.
So we are. Yeah. Let me switch over to the game, I guess. Got a platinum trophy on Spider-Man 2. Had fun with it. Personally, really liked the game. There you go. I doubt I'm gonna be getting it. I'm
If
even
I
a little
ever
bit tempted
get it,
to sell my copy of Miles Morales.
if I ever do get fucking Spider-Man 2, it'll be secondhand on eBay. And even then, the story is so bad. It's just like, dude, should I even bother?
Yeah, I watched the story on YouTube and I was not impressed.
I will say I don't understand the complaints
like,
about the random, like, you know, side missions where you're like, you know, helping, like, you know, a gay couple like get together or whatever as like Miles, and it's just like, there is definitely, in defense of Spider-Man 2, there are people who just don't understand the whole like friendly neighborhood idea, which is so there is some criticism of the game that isn't valid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you gotta remember, when it comes to like the culture war conservatives, they are not like actually coming at this in good faith. They're just looking to have their positions represented, and to them, any inclusion of any kind of, you know, character or walk of life, however you want to frame it, that doesn't align with their personal views is going to be like presented as just forced inclusivity and forced diversity and wokeness. And it's like, there is forced inclusivity, forced diversity, wokeness, all that kind of stuff in there, and it's in a lot of things. It has infected a lot of things today, but not every single instance of a gay character or a black character or whatever, you know, is wokeness or forced diversity. They can just be there, and as long as they're just a decently written character who happens to be that thing, who cares? So like, yeah, like Spider-Man would help the gay kid find a date to the whatever, you know, whatever that was, you know. It's like, okay, yeah, he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. If he's got a slow day, he's just going to be palling around being a nice guy to the people of New York. That's his thing. Anyway, yeah, I really don't have much interest in Spider-Man 2. Kind of even tempted to sell my copy of Miles Morales. I haven't even touched it. I don't know, but it sucks because like you can do.
Now you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you can do Miles Morales without infesting everything around him with wokeness and social justice agendas and politics. Look at Spider-Verse. It doesn't do that.
One thing that also
Anyway,
just
what were you saying?
irritate what I was gonna say was I'm probably gonna keep my copy of Miles Morales for the simple fact that I get like the stupid Spider-Man remaster for free with it, because it came packaged with it. And another thing that also bothers me about Spider-Man 2 is the quote-unquote removal of propaganda. It literally all it does is removing the police does nothing but just make the world smaller for like no reason. Yeah, Spider-Man 2
like
basically
I can
doesn't
understand
have
not. Hey, Davis. Been a little while. To be said, I like the story of the game. Not as good as the first game's story, but still solid in its own right. First game was a 10 out of 10 story, and 2 was an 8 out of 10 story. I don't think I can say it's an 8 out of 10 story, honestly. They did Venom very dirty. The whole black suit thing was just rushed right through to get to Venom, and they didn't even do anything with Venom. Anyway, yeah, the cop propaganda thing is funny to me because like I can understand not wanting to promote cops as like these grand heroic positive figures because they're not, but like you got to do it in a way that makes sense for the story. You can't just be like, oh, no cops. It's like, okay, but Spider-Man works with the cops because, mistaken as he is, he believes in their legitimacy, and he's trying to be on the right side of the law so that they're not coming after him. Like, he's got reasons that he works with the cops, part of which being that he just generally and genuinely believes that they are a force for good. Idealism in fiction, sure, but okay, it is what it is. In that fictional idealized version of New York, the NYPD happens to not be a bunch of corrupt, dirty rat bastards. Anyway. Oh god. All right, so from Temple of Egle, R.A. Uye Eddie Ray, Ister May Afty say. Rest and level. Our next objective is to run through a large chunk of Volcano Manor to reach our main goal, a somber smithing stone rank 7. Check the video and follow my lead. Keep Bloodhound Step Dagger equipped for an easier run. Once you reach the last step, loot the corpse behind the Virgin Iron Maiden for a somber smithing stone rank 7. So let me...
I guess we're not looting anything in the temple.
Let me do the thing here. Oh wait, no, that was at the end of 34. That's right. Let's see. Olive says, as long as it doesn't hinder the story or has a reason to be kind of thing. Yeah, basically. Thoughts on the other villains like Kraven? It's been a little while since I watched it. I don't remember exactly all the details about him. Was not... Kraven himself seemed to be okay. His hunters were a little weird. They had a little bit of that forced diversity going on with like that one part where there's the female hunter who's just kicking the male hunter who she is physically inferior to while he's down. I don't know, that was kind of one of those moments where it's like, wait, are they trying to send a message here? But I don't know.
Kraven, from what little I've gathered, he himself seems to have been used fine, even though he's not like a super deep villain. And it's fine to have like villains like that. Like, I mean, the MCU has like plenty of those, and I would not. I never understood how, like, I don't remember his name. The like blue guy from the first Guardians movie. Apparently, he's a bad villain. Yeah, Kraven seemed fine from what I know about him. It's just, it's a lot of the other stuff surrounding him that is problematic, especially everything related to like Venom.
I'm trying to remember who you're talking about. The blue guy in Guardians one. I haven't seen
the blue guy with the war paint on his face and the giant hammer. He had like the Power Stone.
Oh, Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah, like a lot of people say that he's a trash villain, but like he didn't. he's not the kind of villain that's supposed to be like super deep or complex. I don't get the idea that a villain has to have a ton of depth as an individual in order to like test the heroes effectively.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Tippy says the police is still in the game. They have a lesser presence in the two because Peter has lost his police contract since he left the force after the events of the second DLC of the first game. Okay.
I mean, that's not really the reason they went that direction, though.
Yeah, like in terms of like outside the narrative, they did it for other reasons.
Yeah, they did it for politics because a lot of people complained.
Yeah. And then he says to Davis that he loves what they did with Kraven. Also that he liked... Oh, let's see. He was great, and his fight with Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom were great, both in story and gameplay. Alright, so I have the video up here. So I'm gonna go up an elevator. Let's see. Ronan was fine in Guardians 1. Not amazing, but serviceable in the movie. And then Davis says, I like how Ronan was both in one of my favorite Marvel favorite Marvel movies and one of my least favorites, Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Captain Marvel was reasonably
watched...
entertaining. It's definitely not like, I guess, a good movie, especially by MCU standards, but it was fine for the most part. I think the politics that people complain about in it are greatly over-exaggerated.
Irony is that by MCU standards really doesn't mean much anymore.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, it was like a Phase 3 movie.
Yeah.
So
I like how people are saying we're in Phase 5 now, but we're still in Phase 4 because we haven't had an Avengers movie to cap off Phase 4.
Yeah.
Oh, Phase 5! No, it's still Phase 4. There hasn't been an Avengers movie.
Like, Captain Marvel is definitely not perfect. I don't think it's a bad movie. There's nowhere near... When I watched it, there wasn't anywhere near as much, like, you know, culture war SJW-isms as I was led to believe by people like Mauler and stuff. I mean, there's definitely some Mary Sue stuff there, but that was... I don't know. I think the movie gets a bad rep for things that aren't in it.
Okay, I just saw where I have to go. Let's see. Tippy says Phase 4/5 are just a bunch of nothing.
Bunch of nothing? Well, yeah, of course. They have, like, no direction at all.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. He said nothing happens and nothing matters. No, that's true. Like, why are they still going? Just money. And then there's those fucking people who just eat it up no matter what, and it's like...
And they brought in, like, fucking Eternals for some reason, even though, like, that comic got canned, like, more than once because no one liked it. So the comics were literally never finished. Like...
I don't know. I have long since given up on comics. I like the Todd McFarlane stuff. Todd McFarlane. I like that kind of stuff from like the 90s, but I don't know. There's a lot of older I want to say newer, but like, shit, you know, we're 10 years deep into the schlock era. So,
yeah.
so the stuff I'm referring to isn't really all that new anymore. But like, you know, like from the 2000s and stuff, there was some decent stuff. But like, it really seems like after one more day, it's just everything has just been like, oh my god, stop. Like particularly with Spider-Man, my god. All right.
I will say that I would much rather, or not much rather. Captain Marvel is like objectively a better movie than Endgame. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to admit that, but Endgame is trash.
Yeah, Endgame's kind of a mess. It's emotionally... Oh, he just got whacked with the...
The video?
It's emotionally satisfying in the moment, but then when you think about it, yeah. And then when you think about it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, no. Alright, this is...
Endgame is just... oof. Like, Captain Marvel had problems, but compared to Endgame, the scale of those issues, even with what like couple continuity issues it does have with S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Tesseract, is just like nowhere near as extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Endgame has retcons, it has bad world building, it has character assassination, it has plot holes, it's just like everything under the sun, it has a problem.
Yeah. Let's see. Tippy says, The Eternals is one of the most nothing bad movies I've seen. I know it's bad, but it's hard to remember what happened because it's so forgettable. Yeah. And then Olive says, brain turn off command necessary. Tippy says, and yeah, the comics after one more day are a mess, and I don't want to touch that with a 1,000,000-foot pole.
Eternals was mid, but I don't know if I would say it was bad. They could have like changed the story structure from the comics a bit to improve certain things, but overall it was fine. I don't know. I don't get the hate boner that a lot of people have for some of the movies in the MCU.
I don't know.
Like, people still hate, like, fucking Iron Man 3, and I just don't get it.
Have you read the IDW Sonic comics? I read them and enjoyed... I read them and enjoyed them. Yeah, I mean, a little bit here and there, but Sonic... I like Sonic, but ever since, like, the shift into... What is that? What is that? You bloodborne-ass motherfucker. Alright, I don't know what it is, but I've angered it and I can't kill it. Sonic, ever since the pivot away from actual storytelling in the Sonic games, I kind of have lost interest in the quote-unquote canon of them, because basically you have to completely discount anything from the meta era as being canon if you want there to be a canon at all.
It's everything from Colors up to like before Frontiers is like a disaster.
Yeah, it's just that you can't include. It's kind of like how, like, if you want to have like the full experience of Dragon Ball, you have to ignore Super. Like they want to say it's canon, like every form of official media or people will tell you, oh, this is canon, but it's not. It can't be, kind of thing, you know. So, anyway. So I'm vaguely aware of what goes on in the Sonic comics, but I don't like actively read them or anything like that, because I just kind of haven't really cared about Sonic continuity for a while.
I'm just not into, like,
you know, the old
comics.
days. Yeah, I've kind of fallen out of love with comics. Even manga is largely not doing much for me these days. Alright, so I gotta run past that. Ooh, look at him. He's a nifty critter.
Yeah, I just... Sonic Unleashed was, like, the last good 3D Sonic game. Like, no cap, I'm being completely serious. I've played every major 3D Sonic release that isn't a spin-off, like, since Unleashed, with Frontiers being the one I've played the least, and even if Frontiers has a good story, like, its gameplay has a lot of issues. Sonic Unleashed was, like, the last, like, passion project in the series. They really pulled out all the stops for it, and then they got pushed back for being creative, so they stopped. And we haven't really gotten anything as good since then.
Dash says, glad I get to wake up to one of these streams. Is this a halfway safe room? Doesn't look like it. All right. I'm pretty sure we'll be coming back here at some point anyway. Oh, could use a stone sword key, huh? Oh boy.
Seems like a long ass run.
It's quite long, yes. Let's see. Dash says same could be said for light novels, especially with the ever-growing I think you mean omnipresence. Ew! What the fuck was that? Especially with the. Oh right, I forgot to put my vampire talisman on. Shit, my attention's kind of split here. Oh well. Ah, jeez. Holy fuck. Hang on 1 second. Whoa, camera. Alright, let's see. Honestly, the same could be said for light novels, especially with the ever-growing omnipresence of dry, flat isekais. Yeah. Tippy says, Omniverse is one of the shows that is said to be canon to the first 3 Ben 10 shows, but it ruins the whole series from bad writing and horrible retcons, so I choose to ignore it as canon. Yeah, that makes sense. Davis says, thoughts on Has-Been Hotel. My friends enjoy it, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah,
Good.
we love it.
Very, definitely watch it, especially if you're a millennial. You should also watch Hell of a Boss if you haven't.
Yeah, Hell of a Boss is good. Yeah, definitely recommend Has-Been Hotel if you haven't seen it yet. It's a lot of fun. Very, very well done musical. I'm not usually one for musicals, but I really liked it. Like, even as a musical. Let's put it this way. Since it came out, there has not been a single day where one of the songs has not been on loop in my head.
I don't have that kind of brain, but, like, I do frequently, like, pull up the songs on, like, YouTube and listen to them. It's like the...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not into musicals either, but like Has-Been Hotel makes it work, whereas like the Disney movies, they're all just kind of... The Disney princess movies are all just kind of cringe.
You know, it's funny. Like, Has-Been Hotel is basically...
It's an
like
adult cartoon
an
Disney
adult
princess
inversion.
movie.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's the Disney Renaissance for adults. That's what it is.
Demon Bukake shows.
Award-winning Demon Bukake shows. Oh god, I love Charlie. She's my spirit animal.
And I think Serpentius is mine.
Come on, dude! What the fuck? That was so not fair.
Well, it seems we're gonna be
Dude,
here
fuck
for a while.
off.
I'm.
Yeah, like,
I have
you
no
might as well,
idea
like, watch
where
what I'm doing.
to go. Let me. Yeah, I'll see if I can't pull up your thing on Twitch.
Yeah, because this is gonna be very difficult to try to. Yeah. Dude, why would they put such a narrow fucking thing there? Yeet. Nah, you're fine. God, that...
God bless ads. I don't know what Twitch does. It allows them to just bypass like ad blockers so easily.
Are you using Brave?
Yeah. And you block Origin.
I don't have that problem. Do you have Brave updated?
It should be. I don't have an update message,
Yeah, 'cause
and
at one
even
point
then,
Okay.
I've had this problem before when it was fully updated to my knowledge.
That's weird.
Cheerio, stop!
Oh, ho, whoa, whoa! That worked just fine last time, but not this time. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I haven't been getting those problems with Brave either. Only when YouTube was forcing to remove ad blockers did I have problems. It's fine again since though. Yeah, that's interesting. I never had a problem with YouTube and the...
I didn't have any problems with
serious?
YouTube and Brave either.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so finicky and inconsistent then, because I've never had the ads on Twitch blocked.
I'm gonna safety heal. Tuck and roll, yeah. Okay. Whoa! Oh, come on. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, this is fair. This is super fucking fair from Soft. Yeah, I love being mobbed by fucking 4 or 5 guys. Let me go!
The fact that they all seem to spam the grab is bullshit.
I was boxed the fuck in! Oh my god, eat my whole ass. What the fuck was that? They literally had me in an impenetrable circle. I couldn't move.
The only thing I could think
every
of is
direction
that
possible.
you could have potentially jumped over them, but I'm not sure.
No, it wouldn't let me move. Dude, fuck that nonsense. I literally was boxed in. This is another thing I don't really care for in these later games, is they really do start to, like, insert more cheap shit just for the sake of it.
Spider-Man would have broken out of that box of emeries.
Not sure what emeries are, but those guys are worse than those enemies that stun you in Wind Walker?
I think he means
You
Wind
mean
Waker.
Wind Waker? the re-deads that scream at you?
Aren't the Zelda games fairly easy for the most part?
Oh yeah, they are. Which is what makes it even funnier when, like, Aaron sucks at them. Because it's like, dude, I fucking did that when I was 9.
Like,
what's
the
your
puzzles
excuse?
I could see being, like, fairly hard at times, especially if you're not that good at puzzles, but the combat seems, like, very, very basic.
It is. Okay. Oh, fucking eat a dick. Alright, I do not want to land near those assholes, so I'm not going to go on that side, I'm going to go on this side. Now here's my... Oh my god! Unless it's Zelda 2 where it's BS because Ness. Zelda 2 wasn't really that hard. Ash of War, Royal Knights Resolve. This is not what he's telling me to do. But you know what? I kind of had to run in here because these assholes. Oh, fuck off! You did not grab me. Let me go! Jesus Christ! Fuck off. Now that we're on that topic, I haven't played any Dark Souls yet, only Sekiro and Elden Ring. I don't know if it's a normal thought to have, but there's some bosses that seem like they belong in Sekiro and not with Elden Ring's mechanics. That frustrates me a lot because I'm always, if only this was Sekiro. I guess liking Sekiro combat better in general helps.
This game definitely, especially from what I've read elsewhere online, this game's bosses and enemy design in general has more in common with Sekiro for some reason, and that's just not a good thing. Sekiro had a completely different combat system that was specifically designed for the kind of pace the combat in this game has.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in Elden Ring. It's the same problem as like Dark Souls 3, but worse, where Dark Souls 3 had Dark Souls 1's mechanics, but was more like Bloodborne. I just...
Riella, I should let you know, there is marijuana in my system, so once that kicks in, things are gonna get interesting.
What do we think is the hardest game? You mean like in the Souls series, or like in general?
So, Olive says, "I see. Good that it's not just me." Yeah, I'm much more partial to the first 3 games in this series. Bloodborne is kind of middle of the road for me. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. Dark Souls 3 is pretty mid. It's better than a lot of games around it, but it's still generally pretty mid as Souls games go. Demon Souls Remake was like, they turned a 9 out of 10 into like a 5 out of 10. It was just kind of okay. It was playable. But that was kind of it. And then this one, I haven't played Sekiro yet, but this one,
Elden Ring kind of blows.
Not really enjoying it. Yeah, Elden Ring kind of blows. Not really enjoying it that much.
We fought the fucking Godskin Noble last night, and it's probably the most frustrating boss in the game so far.
Yeah, like it wasn't even hard. I was higher than I'm gonna be tonight, and I had no problem with it. But it's like